this is what I want to walk through today is your life and your journey as a Beachbody coach, and why it changes you. And I just want to start with asking you to pull out a piece of paper, or if you've got your phone or something, I'm going to ask you to envision something. So if you have a piece of paper and like a pen, that'd be awesome. Or if you've got something to write some words on, that's what I want you to grab. Hey, Kurt. So that if you grab a piece of paper, or if you've got your phone on you where you can just take notes, or you've just got something to write down some words on. So I'll give you a couple seconds to grab that. Tracy, Cindy, Nancy, Lisa, Laura, Kristen, Jess, Heather, Gina, Dawn, Kurt, Cindy, Chris, Sherry, 847-507-5114. Thanks for joining us. And Becky, not here. Okay, so everyone got a piece of paper. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to draw a picture, or if you don't have a piece of paper, imagine it or write down a word of a person enjoying a beach vacation. Okay, I know it's a little abstract. I'm sorry.
Wait, draw a word of someone.
Draw a picture of a person, a picture of a person enjoying a beach vacation. Or if you don't have a piece of paper in front of you, think of what words would describe that scene, and either think of those or write them down.
Is this a trick question?
No, it's not a trick question. Dawn, I have my master's in this type of stuff.
Okay.
Come on. This is not a trick question. This is a slight translation from an actual child therapy technique.
Sounds great.
Just while you guys are writing, I'll tell you the real question. So in therapy, one of the kind of like childhood trauma questions is you ask them to draw a picture of a person holding an umbrella. So that's like the art therapy. So I'll give you some insight. So typically they draw, and what ends up happening is they draw that umbrella, and depending on how wet they're getting in that picture is like how much they're feeling their life stress, and like how crazy the clouds, and if there's any sun, or if the umbrella is like way over here and they're getting drenched. Anyways. Okay. So everyone's got a picture of them enjoying a beach vacation. Okay. So hold up the picture.
No.
Yeah, it's okay. No one you drew stick figures.
I did.
I stick figure.
Great. Thank you. Stick figures are perfectly
That's why I'm on the phone.
I know. It's fine. Okay, stick figures. Awesome. Okay. Great. So envision that in your head. So you've got pictures, you've got words of you enjoying a beach vacation. Okay, now I'm going to tell you a story. And if you are on your phone, you could go on my Facebook page and see my banner image. And my banner image right now is the last time that our family was on vacation. And it was in Harbor Springs, Michigan. It's a picture of my whole family, and our backs are to the picture. So let me tell you why that's important. Because that was the last time we enjoyed a beach vacation. But also, that beach, for me specifically, holds so many childhood memories. And for all of us, this journey as a coach holds memories. And it changes us. So that was kind of the title of this webinar, was how your journey changes you. So in an instant, I can be back to that same beach where my picture was, like that, when I was 5 and I was collecting Petoskey stones. Okay, now I'm back there, 35 this year. I've got a wife, 3 kids. My dad had some pretty serious illnesses. My grandma would usually be on the beach with us. She's not here anymore. So there's so many of those experiences and learnings, sadness, happiness, joy, that I think is really a picture of this journey as a coach. Is there's highs, there's lows, there's illnesses, there's sicknesses, there's success. And it's all about the journey of us starting as a coach and where we're going. So I wanted to tell you that story. And the reason I asked you to draw a picture of a beach and a person on a beach is I chose the word carefully. Okay, we're Beachbody coaches, right? When you signed up to be a Beachbody coach, just the word in and of itself is like, oh, great. I want the body and I want to be on a beach. Like, I want the body and I want the money to be on a beach, right? So, I mean, that's partly why we're like, oh, that's attractive. Let's go on the beach and let's have a great body. And I think that is something that is attractive for us, but it's also part of the journey. So we all joined as Beachbody coaches to be part of this journey. And I'm going to start, I asked you guys, those of you who filled out the survey, is to talk about your goals. So I want to go around to each of you and in one word say kind of what your goal was. I know some of you answered the question, but what your goal was for your original goal. Like, don't mess around with me about like new goals. Your original goal as a Beachbody coach. One word. I'm going to start with Laura because you're in my top left. Laura, your one word, Beachbody coach.
One word.
Yeah.
Not 2 words.
Okay, 2 words.
Additional income. Additional income.
Okay, additional income. Chris.
Change.
Change. Okay, Dawn.
Gain energy.
Gain energy. Okay, Sydney.
I don't know. Skip me for now.
Okay, I'll come back. Sherry.
Lower cholesterol.
Lower cholesterol. Awesome. Gina.
Just to get the 25% discount.
Awesome. Great. No, these are real. These are real original. Kristen.
For me, it was to pay for my Shakeology and to and to kind of share what's been successful for me.
Sweet.
Money is a bonus.
Money. Yeah, that's always one. Tracy.
I have 2. One was a discount and 2 was accountability.
Awesome. Nancy.
Possibilities.
Possibilities. Great. Kurt.
Get healthy.
Sweet. Heather.
Get healthy.
Great. Jess.
Mine was to be sexy.
Awesome.
Love it.
Great. The Beachbody really attracted you. Awesome. Cindy.
I'd say weight loss and health.
Weight loss and health. Lisa.
To succeed with the business.
Okay. Awesome. And then I don't know who's on 847-507.
Chanda. It's Chanda.
Hey, Chanda.
Chanda.
Awesome.
Hi. Restore.
Okay. Restore. Sydney, back to you.
Cheap, to get the Shakeology for cheaper.
Awesome. Okay. And I'll tell you mine real quick. Mine was to donate income. So because you guys kind of know my story for some of you. So I think what's interesting is every single one of us obviously have a different original starting point for this journey. And all of us have changed. I mean, all of us have transformed. We've lost weight. Jess, I'll use your word. We've gotten sexier, right? Ask Jackie. I think she thinks I'm sexier, so I'll just go with it. We feel healthier. Most of us have gained some form of income. I don't care if it's you made one sale or you made a couple $1,000s. You made something. And now you're at this point of saying, hey, it's time to revisit this. And this is something I think that, I've been along Jackie's journey forever, since she started. And I think once you accomplish your first goal, once you get to that point, you're kind of like, what do I do now? Like, what do I really do now? And I think for something I want to encourage all of you to is to cheer yourselves on and say, like, the goal you set originally, a lot of you have reached. In that chart, when I asked you, there were 3 of you, there were like 10 of you, 9 of you who answered. There were 3 of you who said, great, I'm still getting started. there's one of you who said like, I'm at a 3. There's one of you who said a 7. And then everyone else said, I've reached my goal. Okay. So like, clap. Like you guys, I mean, I think that's something that I said this to Jackie. I'm like, Jackie, you started this business because you wanted to be home with your girls. Like, you got it. Like, you reached it. Now, like, you don't have to. I think the part that we get trapped up in is, well, what do I do now? Like, do I need to now set a new goal of I want to be a billionaire? I don't know. Like, you might. I mean, if you're like, oh, this is awesome, I want to be a billionaire now. Okay, great. And then you set that as your goal. Or if you say, you know what, for me in my life stage right now, like I reached my goal. I'm paying for my Shakeology every month. Like, awesome. Like, don't feel any more from anyone, like from any national wake-up calls, from any social media posts. Like, don't feel like you have to say, hey, I'm going to make up a goal that I don't have. Like, just be super excited that you reached your goal. So I think there's a couple different options for anyone who's like, hey, I'm trying to figure out this goal thing. Is I'm still working at it, right? I set an original goal. I want to meet it. I'm still working at it. So kind of write that down. Like, am I still working at it? Number 2 is I accomplished my goal. What's next? Like, what's next? And I'll tell you mine. I think I reached my goal yesterday or today. No, I think I reached it today. I had originally set out for my Beachbody goal was to donate my retail commissions to IJM, the International Justice Mission. And I had set the goal at, so this was just retail commissions, was $4,500 because that equals 1 rescue mission for IJM. So I haven't checked my retail commissions today, but I think I reached that goal. So now I say like, well, do I just bump up the goal or do I say, what else could I do? And what could align more with where I'm at right now and what could give me some purpose and some excitement around it. So I'm kind of in that B. I'm asking for, like, I accomplished it. What's next? And for those of you who I'm kind of in this, like, I've reached the goal or you've set it, or you're like, you know what? I have really learned a lot in this business and I want to set a new goal. Like Jackie, she's not here. I'll just say whatever I want. She wants to drive around a new minivan. Like, our car rattles a little much. It really does. Like, it really rattles. So that's kind of a new goal for her. So she knows the business. She knows how to help people with their health and finances. And if she sets a new goal, like, she'll set a new goal. So those are really the 3 takeaways that I want to give you today is, did you reach it already? Or are you still working on it? Great, you're still working on it. Number 2, you accomplished it. What's next? Like, talk to me, like text me or call me or message me and say, hey, John, I reached my goal. Like, I've got a new goal. What do you think about it? And then let's talk about goal setting. And then I've been listening to a little too much Gary Vaynerchuk recently. So if any of you who know Gary, I'm not swearing, which is good because he swears a lot. But I've been listening a lot of what he's saying. So he had a quote I posted in our Rock Solid group. It says, fulfill your purpose, sell something else. And I heard him say it and I was like, huh, that's fascinating. Interesting. And I want to unpackage it a little bit for us because I think in our world of coaching, they go together probably a little too much. Is that we're attempting to do this, hey, I'm really here to help people. I'm really here to help someone get healthy because I've gotten healthy and I'm selling something, and it gets a little messy and it gets messy. And Gary Vaynerchuk was at a Beachbody conference. So I think what he would say is, if he was on this call, he would be swearing a lot, but he would say, like he did at the Beachbody conference, like, go fulfill your purpose. And if you are using the income of Beachbody to help you fulfill that purpose, go at it. Like, he's a salesman. He's a marketer. Like, go at it. But if you're trying to say, oh, I think I'm trying to sell something to fulfill a purpose, then it may not be, you may just need to unpackage those things a little bit and say, okay, what is my purpose and how could I help people? And then I'll give you an example. Like, I challenged Jackie on this last week. She had a rocking 5-day abs group. Like, I mean, she hasn't run a Facebook abs group, and like, there's a ton of people in it. She had a blast. Like, I haven't seen her have such a blast in a long time running a group. And I kind of joked around. I said, hey, maybe your purpose is like doing a free 5-day group. Like, awesome. Just go have fun with it. Like, we're in our house, we're labeling this year the year of fun because we need more fun in our life. 2016 was a little rough on us. So the year of fun, I'm like, go have fun, like fulfill that purpose, sell something else. Like Gary Vaynerchuk would say, go sell books, like go to Goodwill, buy a book, sell it on eBay, you'll make money. But I think for you guys to just unpackage those things, and the concept I want to kind of end with, and then we'll field some questions and I'll go through some of the questions you guys asked, was I am fundamentally convinced that the best part about being a Beachbody coach is the learning, the personal development, and the doors it opens. Like, I am fundamentally convinced that is the best part about being a Beachbody coach. The current job I'm in, so a lot of you know I've transitioned to a new full-time job these last 2 months. I would not be in that job, which I kind of feel like is my purpose. I'm still unpacking that, and I've had a rough day at work, but anyways, so I'm still unpacking that. But I really feel like that is my purpose. I would not be in that job had I not been a Beachbody coach and had I not been exposed to the personal development. And like, I'll give you just a small picture. In theory, am prospecting every single pastor in the United States of America to become a Global Leadership Summit host church. Like, so just, there's a lot of people. Like, I have a lead list of 20,000 pastors. Okay. I'm not comfortable doing that 4 years ago at all. I'm way not comfortable doing that. But because Beachbody pushed me and I pushed myself with inviting, with phone calls, with being relational, like, I'm kind of okay with it. And it's kind of really exciting for me. So that's not a door that would be open. So it opens doors. It gets us out of our comfort zone. So whether that's posting on social media, whether that's making a sweaty pic, it gets us out of our comfort zone. It gets us absorbing personal development that we would not have known about. So when there's podcasts or when there's, hey, I mean, literally Chalene Johnson was my like entryway drug into personal development. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I knew her from Beachbody, and I started listening to the Chalene show, and then started listening to Build Your Tribe, and then started listening to everyone that she talked about. I would get their book or I would listen to their podcast. So my whole podcast feed right now is Lewis Howes, is Gary Vaynerchuk, is all the personal development that she had referenced 2 years ago. So I think that's just the hugely powerful part of this journey. And for all of us, I think we need to say, these are the things that I'm going to take with me wherever I go. So if we're all Beachbody coaches for the rest of our lives, like, awesome. It'll be super fun. We're going to be 90 and we're going to have case studies done on us because we're going to have ingested Shakeology for 50 years, right? We're going to have ingested Shakeology for 50 years, and we're all going to live till like we're 150, and we're going to have no diseases, and it's going to be awesome. And we'll have this little case study and we'll be on PBS. But like, if that's our journey, sweet. If all of us become billionaires and we own, it's like Gary Vaynerchuk owns the New York Jets, and then we own every other NFL team because we're all Beachbody coaches, and the business blows up and we just crush network marketing, like, okay, great. Like, that'll be super fun. but I think it's all this, you have to sit back and say, what am I learning here that I can take? And it all goes back to that beach picture I had you draw is, hey, this is a journey and you're going to be on another beach. If I asked you to draw that picture in 3 years, you're going to look back and say, I've really learned a ton through this opportunity. So it really just launches you into this next chapter of your coaching journey. So I think for all of you, it's, on these calls, we talk a lot about like the tactics, the strategy, like how to do challenge groups, how to be a really good coach. But I think at the end of the day, it's how are we improving? Because that's what we're inviting someone into, is if we're inviting them onto this team, and if you're inviting them onto your own team, it's inviting them into them challenging themselves to be better, a better version of themselves. So, and that all starts with our health journeys, really. I mean, we learn that you can challenge your body, you can lose weight, you can get healthy, you can get off meds in my case, you can lower your cholesterol, you can do all of that. And then when you flip it and say, I can actually change my body. I wonder if I can change my thinking. I wonder if I can change how I'm inviting. I wonder if I can be a better friend. I wonder if I can be a better husband. Like, okay, yeah, it really does take. If I'm a better husband, that means I'm reading stuff about husbandry. I am practicing it. I mean, all those things. It's like, yeah, it's just T25, just in a different way. So that's really, I don't know. That's my charge to you guys, is really celebrate where you're at, celebrate the goals that you've reached already. And if you're at a point of saying, I want to set new goals, then let's set them. Let's set them. Okay, that's all I got. Thank you all. I want to field a few of your questions, and I'm going to do it in Gary Vaynerchuk style. I still won't swear because I think my girls are awake. But I'm going to field your questions and just literally rapid fire. I won't say who they're from, so they're totally anonymous. And I'll just feed them. Okay. Are you guys ready for questions?
Yes.
Okay, great. How do I find more coaches who want to work the business? First question. I would say they've got to find you. Rapid fire, they've got to find you. And they're going to find you by you being totally fun, engaging, healthy, and really just a magnet of people. So whether that's on social media, and there's inviting there too, but there's just you being a fun person. Jackie's still not here, so I can still talk and say whatever I want. Over the past 6 months, she has really kicked into kind of like productivity mode. And I've seen a dip in her like funness. I'm like, Jack, go back to working out in groups. Like, go back. Like, that's where you met your friends. That's where you met your coaches. That's where you have fun. That's where people are attracted to you. Like, go back to working out with friends. Like, do it. So, okay, first question. Second question. How can we help prospective clients without feeling like a salesperson? I really think that goes back to the fulfill your purpose, sell something else, is that you give them so much value. They ask you a question about, hey, could you tell me about Shakeology? Yeah, okay, great. Let me tell you about Shakeology. And then you don't say like, do you want to buy it from me? Just say, let me tell you about Shakeology. Awesome. What are you doing for your health? Oh, you're buying Vega from Costco? Awesome. That's great. It's got organic vegan protein. That's great. Do you want to buy Shakeology? No. Like, don't do that. Just listen to them. And what they're going to do, and I'm telling you this happens all over the time. So they're buying Vega protein from Costco, right? They're not getting results because they don't have your support. Okay, there may be some odd people doing it, but they're just trying to figure it out. But you're just going to say, yeah, I do Shakeology every day. I've done it for 4 years. And then you're like, so you've kept the weight off and you've stayed off meds for 4 years? How are you doing that? Yeah, I have Shakeology every day. And then at some point they're going to be like, John, tell me how I get it. Just tell me. And then you can tell them. Okay. Third question. Understanding downline, building weak side. Okay. I will try to make this not confusing. If you're a coach who's an emerald coach or above, you have 2 legs, 1 leg, 2 legs. You have a right leg and a left leg. Probably one of your legs has volume to it because of where you're placed, and then you have a weaker leg. When you're placing coaches, to make emerald, you need 1 coach and 1 coach. To make diamond, you need 4 and 4. But you want to place, you always want to build rank, then volume. So if you're an emerald, you want to place all of your volume on this side until you need to go diamond. So you max out at emerald at $250 a week, and then you can go back to placing rank to get diamond. I can field that question offline because it may confuse more people. Okay. How do I sell to broke college people? Good question. I love it. Okay. Broke college people. I and many of us on this call were broke college people, or we are still broke because we may be paying off student loans. So you may be able to answer this question yourself. How would you sell to yourself? Now, for college people, food's not great, right? Food's not great. They're on the go. So there's a solution we've got for that. Shakeology. So I would just talk to them about their nutrition. Talk to them about their needs. If it doesn't work for them, don't try to sell them. Just support them. Because when they're maybe not broke, in maybe a couple of years, they may come back to you and say, hey, Sydney, I don't know if you asked that question. Hey, Sydney, did you?
Yes, I did.
Oh, sorry. That's totally random. I seriously, it's not even like your responses. I just looked at you. Anyways, gosh, that was like a 1 in 14 chance, 1 in 16 chance. Anyways, so they may come back to you in a couple of years and say, Sydney, thank you so much for helping me during my college years of learning about health and nutrition. And I know I couldn't get Shakeology for me then, but I really would love to now. That's great, right? That's great. So Gary Vaynerchuk, he says, delay the leverage as long as possible. So he said, just keep giving, keep giving, keep giving. And I think that's what we can just do. Okay.
Well, and like one
yes.
thing to play off of that, John, is like I purposely get the Shakeology packets,
yes.
and I'll sell them to people that can't afford to like do the bag right away.
Yep.
And that has helped me a lot because once I try to sell a week of it, so I'll sell a week for $35.
Yep.
And just PayPal them. So you can just send them PayPal, and then they get addicted after a week and eventually want it.
Yes. I won't disclose the name of who the person is. They're not on the call. But some of you would know her. Has a connection to a local club, and they have all the nutrition products they want, and they have all the discounts they want on them. And we saw her yesterday, and she said, hey, can you tell me more about Shakeology? I don't like anything that's here. Like, I don't like anything that's here. It doesn't taste good, and I don't like the ingredients. So and it's been like a 2-year conversation. But like, as Jess said, like, just give them what they want. If they want 5 days, give them 5 days. Like, make it easy for them. If you just have a bag of Shakeology at home and you don't have packets, like, you can go get packets, or just say, hey, I know it's totally weird. I could just scoop out 5 things in a Ziploc and send it to you. I know it's totally weird. I'll send you the scooper too if you want. I've got extra scoopers. Just don't send your gold one if you've got a 365er. Don't send your gold one. Anyways, but just make it so that it's a relationship. It's not a transaction. It's a relationship. You're there to help them. If they want 1 day, if they want 5 days, if they want to just come over and have Shakeology when they're at your house, like, let them come over and have Shakeology at your house. Be like, hey, I'll make you one. So, Vita behavior is easy, but it seems so difficult to build into my regular routine. How do I get past all the negative feelings and thoughts and keep pushing through day after day? Great question. here's what I say is you just kind of have to do it. Gary Vaynerchuk would say like, yeah, it sucks. I lived through a long time where I didn't want to get out of bed. And at some time you're just like, I'm going to press play. Every day I'm pressing play. And that's why we have a team, is that every day you press play as a team and we do the vital behaviors, and they seem easy, but after like the third time of you getting a no, or the 10th time or the 50th time, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. But you never know when there's probably someone on this call who, if Jackie or I or someone on your team or you would not have kept just being a friend and kept inviting, they would not be on this call. So I think that's important. When you see the faces of everyone else on this call, you say, if I would not have kept being a friend and kept inviting, that person would not be here. They would not have had the transformation story. So just continue that. How do I turn my customers into coaches, even if it's just for a discount? Is there a recommended process for this? Customer to coach. So yeah, you can talk to them about the discount part. As a few of you said on this call, that's what helped you become a coach. I've changed, I think, even in my mindset, is that if someone's comfortable being a customer, let them be a customer. Like, let them just be part of your journey. And at some point, they're going to ask the question, you're making money doing this? I've got this side job I don't really like. Or they're going to leak to you and say, man, we've got a lot of bills coming up. And maybe you say, well, I know I've talked to you about coaching. Have you considered it recently? So I would just say, don't automatically think in your head, hey, I've got to convert a customer to coach. Like, if it works for them, if they're wanting to do it, then awesome. But if they want to stay your customer, it's that providing value part, is that you just want to provide value to them. How do I fit this into my crazy schedule? In Gary Vaynerchuk's words, work 18 hours. That's what he would say. I would say fit it into your schedule. Obviously, your workout, Shakeology. If it doesn't work for you to work 18 hours a day, it doesn't work for me to work 18 hours. I fit it in the margins. I have punted, Gary would say this, I have punted. I don't watch TV. We rarely watch movies. I punted a lot of that stuff because I feel like what we're building now, both in this business and in my job, is more important for me to do now. I'll catch up on some TV at some point. Like, I don't even know who's playing in the Super Bowl. I have no clue who's playing on Sunday. Like, I just don't have any idea. And I don't watch news. I don't have any idea. I'm flying to Mexico on Sunday. I don't know if it's safe. I don't know if the wall's built yet. Like, I think I can fly over the wall, but I'm not even sure. But I'm serious. Like, you just got to punt those things because what you're doing now and the goals you have are more important. So, what things do you do every day in addition to vital behaviors that you absolutely will not negotiate that contribute to success? Personal development. All day, every margin of your day, personal development. Load up your podcasts. Go to your library and grab every single motivational, business, nutrition book on audio tape you can. I was telling Jackie this yesterday or a couple days ago. I still have like a half-hour commute each way to work. And I said to her, I'm like, honestly, if I only had 5 minutes, that would be a problem.
I agree. Because
I don't mind the drive right now because I'm listening to Gary Vaynerchuk at 1.5 times speed. Like I love it. Like, I'm consumed by it and I need it. So I would say personal development all day, every margin. If you don't have space, if you don't have a commute, Jackie listens to it while she works out. There's no Autumn talk. Autumn's not talking. Joel and Jericho aren't talking. She's got her personal development playing during the workout. So that would be personal development. How to avoid getting overwhelmed by it all. Yes, I will end with that question. How to avoid getting overwhelmed. Don't. It's seriously, I mean that with all care and compassion and emotion. I've seen myself get overwhelmed. I've seen Jackie get overwhelmed. It's no fun. And I think for everyone on this call, like, not only is your health incredibly important that you don't get overwhelmed, the people you're helping is incredibly important. So in those times that you may get overwhelmed, specifically social media, just check out for a few days. Honestly, just like say, hey, I'm putting blinders on. Like, I'm not going to watch Fit and Funky do her thing. Like, I'm not going to watch these other coaches who are posting this, and every 5 seconds on Insta story or Snapchat. Like, I'm just not going to do it so that I can regroup. And I think that's where you dig into your upline coach. You message Jackie or I and say, like, hey, I'm overwhelmed. This is what I'm doing to not get overwhelmed. Like, I'm doing this, and this. Okay, this is what I'm doing. This is the plan. Because we're all there. Like, none of us are superhuman. None of us. Like, we've all got, I've got 3 kids. Like, we've all got demands. We've got screaming kids in the background. Like, Jackie hasn't even made it out of Audrey's room. We've all got demands on our lives. So the hardest thing that Jackie and I see is when someone gets overwhelmed that they give up. It's not a give up thing. It's a regroup. Like, let's regroup. Let's reset goals. Let's talk about it. So anyways, we got like a minute left. If we get cut off, I'm incredibly sorry. But any like closing questions? I would love to just, I don't know. I finished all your questions. So unless you went on the Google form in the last 5 seconds.
This is completely random.
Okay.
Are we going to have seats at Coach Camp like saved for us? Because I love sitting with everybody.
I got no idea, Don. I'm not going to be there.
You're not? Again? I didn't mean that. I'm going to miss you.
I know. That's why I'm here with you right now.
That's nice. All right.
Enjoy my presence now.
That's acceptable. Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you for everything tonight.
You're welcome. No, but leave tonight realizing where your goal is. Did you reach it? Do you want to set another one? Or are you like, I'm still starting? So do that. Don't get overwhelmed. And just have fun with this. So I hope that was a beneficial call. You guys are all awesome. You're coaches on a team. We're great. Okay, it's going to end soon. So I'm just going to say bye. Feel free to message me.
Thank you, John.
Yeah, message me in the group.
Thanks,
or
guys.
Direct message me any questions. So I'd love to answer them. Okay?
Bye.
Thanks so much. Hey, keep your beach picture. Hang it up somewhere. Frame